took out the Best Newcomer Award at the 2014 Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Please go absolutely crazy. Welcome to the stage, Alex Edelman.
Hey, guys. Hey. This is so cool. Hi, my name is Alex. I'm a comedian. I'm from New York. I'm a Jew. I'm not just a Jew, I'm an Orthodox Jew. I've never had bacon. I'm that kind of Jew. I've never tried bacon. I've tried MDMA, but I've never tried bacon. And I remember like the first time I was aware of being Jewish, I should have been aware like 8 days in, but you're not really like around when they take it. I was at a children's birthday party, and not for my circumcision. That would be a terrible children's birthday party. If your kid came home and you were like, how was the party? And he was like, there was the weirdest magician you've ever seen. I was at a children's birthday party, my whole family was there, and I reached for a slice of pizza that had sausage on it, and my grandfather slapped my hand away and said, you can't have that, we're Jewish. And I said, what does that mean? He said, it means you'll never be happy. And I was like, what? He says, it means you'll never be happy with the way things are, and you always question things. You always want things to be different from the status quo. And I said, I don't want to be Jewish. And he went, that's the most Jewish thing there is. I love New York. I love living there. My first job when I moved to New York City is I worked at a KFC. I worked at a KFC for 3 weeks, which is the longest anyone has ever worked at a KFC. I have a pension. And what you're supposed to do when someone walks into a KFC is say, can I help you? The KFC that I worked at was in New York City's Penn Station, and I worked the 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. shift. At 1 o'clock in the morning in a fast food restaurant in a train station, can I help you is not good customer service. It's a promise you can't keep. This woman comes in once, and she's at least 350 pounds. And by the way, like, I've been in the UK a lot, and it's hard to tell, like, this part of the joke because, like, they don't use pounds there. Pounds is, like, money. They use, like, different things for weight. So, like, they use, like, kilograms or, like, that's right, they use stone. So, like, I had to translate. I had to be like, this woman came in, she was 1 boulder, and... and she gets to the front, and I said, can I help you? And she went, I don't know, can you? And I was just like, oh, yeah, of course. I was like, what would you like to eat? And she goes, I don't know. And I was like, what are you feeling? Which is also the wrong question. Because she goes, well, I'm tired, and I'm homesick, and I miss my family. What do you think I should get, you little asshole? And because I was like 17 and I had no other option, I was like, if you miss your family, we have a family buckets. You can get family buckets. That is the best I can do. It's so funny, now I have this job and this is the best job. And sometimes like, sometimes it's weird, like I do weird shows or I follow weird acts. Like I was performing this summer at a festival in Scotland and I had to follow, okay. I performed at Tea in the Park, which is this mud and drugs festival they have in Scotland. I don't know how to explain it to people who haven't been there in this part of the world, but just like, if you guys know Lord of the Rings, it's like Mordor, but without all the nice local residents. And I'm performing on the cabaret stage, which is a booking error. And I had to follow a burlesque act, which is never a good idea. Because no one's ever like, those ladies are really sexy. Let's see what a skinny Jew has to say about it. And I'm talking to one of the other performers, and she said, what do you do? And I said, I'm a comedian. And she went, oh my God, I could never do that. And I was like, thank you, I'm a hero. And I was like, what do you do? And she went, I'm a sword swallower. And I was like, You're impressed by the comedy thing? And she went, yeah. What if it doesn't go well? I don't bleed out from the inside. That never happens to a comedian. If you went to a comedy show and you saw a bad comedian, you probably wouldn't talk about it the next day. if you went to a cabaret show and you saw a bad sword swallower, you would never stop talking about it. Or you'd repress that memory. And then like 10 years later, somebody would be like, do you want to go to cabaret? You'd be like, I went once in the 90s. And she had hiccups. I don't even know how you become a sword swallower, because as a comedian, you start at an open mic or an open spot and you work your way up. You cannot do that as a sword swallower. You can't be crap and get better. Because if you mess with attempt number 1, there's no attempt number 2. And there are no open mic nights where someone can show up with like a butter knife and be like, hi, I'm hoping to get way better at this. All right, guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm Alex Edelman. Enjoy the rest of your festival.